Henya just posted a video reflecting on the many disadvantages and dangers of being micro-famous on the internet, of choosing to share your life with the public, on YouTube, etc. Why would anyone do that? What would motivate you to put your career at risk, your professional reputation on the line, to be subject to insults, innuendo, surreal stories being made up about your sex life, defamation, insults, threats of violence? What would be worth it? There's only one thing that's worth it, and that is the future of the vegan movement. In many ways, it's a movement that right now doesn't even exist. But if you believe that there's a future for it, and that you have a part to play in it, that you have something positive you can contribute, then that is the one reason, that is the one thing that makes it worthwhile to be online doing what we do. And if you don't believe that, or if you've lost your faith in that, or if you've lost faith that this digital demi-monde can play a positive role in that, then you should quit. You should get out now. You guys may not see this, you may not hear this, but the question of what I can do, what small positive contribution I can make in the next 5 years, is on my mind all the time when I'm talking to these other vegans. It was on my mind when I interviewed Vegan Gains. I'm not worried about my next video upload. I'm not worried about his next video. I'm not worried about my next 5,000 viewers or my next 5,000 subscribers. I'm worried about the next 5 years. And I talked about that with him explicitly. I think almost everyone I've talked to, at least recently, our conversations towards the end when I'm hanging up on Skype, one of the things I say again and again is, look, I hope I still know you 5 years from now. I want to keep in touch. I want to keep talking about what we can actually do, whether it's in Canada or Cambodia or Japan or wherever you might be. That basic framework of trying to cooperate with your fellow man to build a better future for veganism itself, for the animals, for the planet, for ecology, for ethics and politics in the 21st century, when that guides what you're doing in talking to other vegans, it changes everything. Okay? It's different. And you may make some videos in which you wear a bikini, and you may make some videos in which you act out comedy sketches, and you may make videos in which you sing and dance and laugh. You may make some videos that are just silly or just sharing parts of your private life for the sake of sharing them with your audience. No more, no less. That's fine. Not every video should be about politics. On my channel, not every video is about politics. But I'm here to answer the question that Henya asked. What could justify the sacrifice and even the danger that we put ourselves in? Not money, not fame, micro fame. It's the future of the movement. No more, no less. Henya talks about a hypothetical scenario of someone who was a little bit famous on YouTube being shot and killed. I think it was an actual event that happened, but she was saying hypothetically, is this the kind of danger it could lead to for her? She says that's not what she signed up for. That's what I signed up for. I don't mind dying. I don't want to die over something meaningless. I don't want to die for the sake of videos that are about bikinis and beaches and bicycles and vacations. But, you know, if you told me that it was in my future to be shot dead for this cause, for this movement, doesn't shock me, doesn't scare me. I think it's worth it. And meanwhile, assuming I never get shot, or assuming I'm not going to get shot anytime soon, day to day, what we do here, if it's in that framework of caring about the next 5 years and the next 50 years, of actually approaching your fellow vegans with an eye on what we can make happen to make an actual difference in the real world, takes a lot of love. There's a kind of love that you need to have to be trying to build those you've got to be willing to reach out to your fellow man with all due humility and ask the question, what can we make happen in the next 5 years? And the answer may be really humble. I don't know what good can come of my cooperating with Vegan Gains in the next 5 years. Maybe nothing. I don't know what good can come of my cooperating with the Light Twins in the next 5 years. Maybe nothing. I don't know if in the next 5 years all of my time is going to be taken up just in a struggle to earn money, just to spend time with my daughter. I'm divorced, so I'll be on some kind of schedule to visit her during some months and not others, etc., etc. I don't know to what extent in the next 5 years YouTube itself is going to disappear from my life, or the options I have to make a positive difference may get smaller, fewer, narrower, more and more limited. I don't know. But yeah, day to day, it actually takes a kind of love to approach people again and again in this needlessly hostile, bickering, backstabbing, scandal mongering context, and ask, how can we make something positive happen in the next 5 years? Guys, that's the only thing that's worthwhile. Okay? That's the sub-basement to this game. That's the realest thing at the foundation. It's the reason to be here. It's the reason to bring your life online. It's the reason to risk it all. Your reputation, your privacy, in theory, your life and limb. I don't really believe it's that dangerous, but Henya raised the question, so I'm going to answer it. And if you don't have that commitment, and you don't have that kind of love, then for real, I can sympathize, but you should get out of the game.